So where were we? Because it's been a bit. We were at the quest where um the animals we're gonna help the animals fight back. I don't remember the exacts, but hey. Let's prepare for the worst, I guess, because we need 16 million times 5. That's a rough one. So shield that just get rid. Yeah. To reiterate, for this separate VOD, the animals are missing. We have to find them. Okay, that refreshes us. This, I feel, comes after. This is like where we have to where we draw the line. Control. I don't know why I'm playing in Sticks, but I got her in the meantime. She's from Boom. She's not in this. Doesn't exist in this world. Fuck, there's no audio. Now there is. Streaming is hard. Yeah, I got you. The exact same reason there was double audio is why there was no audio. That's the this quest is where I draw the line of like, yeah, this probably didn't happen before Lost World because Lost World was focused entirely on making sure that the animals were saved because so many have been kidnapped. And like the only hard line other than that of where would be before Lost World for this is really the introduction to the Wisps. Once you're done with those, it kind of doesn't matter. But I do feel like the first introduction to the extractor technology makes sense because it was a much larger scale in Lost World that Eggman was working with. Boop, 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 boop. So enjoyable. It is unfortunate though, like, not knowing who the Zeddy is, like you said. The only time they come back at all is in this game, in an event that I hope comes soon, so that I can stream it. And where Zaz tries to get revenge. Yay! Other than that, that's not Zavok in Forces. That's just his likeness. And he doesn't really have a personality in Team Sonic Racing, but he's in that. I think they might add more Deadly Six to Cross Worlds. Probably Zaz. He's usually the first one. If you want to play as Zaz and Xena, they are also both in the Sonic Forces speed battle, which I went over at one point as well. I'll use it then. Ah! Alright, we got Shadow. Kept our combo even somehow. Ah! Okay. You know what? That's definitely not enough. It might be enough. Come on. Work with me. I believe I reposted the video of me doing a 3DS version of Lost World, so like, the full story is there. I'm not sure if I want to put it in the Lost World, the Runners thing, the Runners playlist. I think I'll probably just skip on that, but it's hard to place the Runners playlist in another playlist. You're like, here's where you go next. No, it's more I add that at the end of it. It's like, here's where you go before and after, perhaps. I guess I would do that for Generations. But like, we're a ways off from finishing this. This is one of like the last few little subplots before we start with the first multi-part plot point. Are we on top speed? We needed... Oh, okay, we should be good by now, actually, now that I think about it. It's 6 times 5, 30... Oh. Yeah, we needed 8 million. I think. So we should be over by 1.2 million. That was fun. Seems fun. Clunk, clunk. Whoa, egg pawns! Kerpow. Shablam. Clank visit. That was riveting. Egg pawns, this close to the village is not a good sign. Come on, you two, let's hustle. Rings. At the animal village. We made it, but there's no sign of any animals. Let's take a look around. Cheep cheep. Oh, Sonic, you guys are finally here. Looky, Omo-chow. Thank goodness you're safe. What happened to everyone from the village? Cheep chirrup cheep. Eggman attacked and everyone ran away. Listen, there's something we need to talk with you about. Will you come with us to where everyone's hiding? Sure thing, lead the way. Yup. But my math was right. Hey everyone, look, it's Sonic and the others. Hooray! So you're all okay? Phew, that's a relief. So, there was something you wanted to talk to us about? That's right, let me explain. Alright, I think I understand the plan. Yeah, you guys are really onto something here. We're coming along too, of course. Yippee! Thanks, guys. Alright, let's get started as soon as we can. Neat. The animals fight back, too. Sonic and Co have agreed to help the animals with their plan, but just what are they planning? Alright, time to join the animals and head to Eggman's base. It's going to be heavily guarded from here on out. Be careful, okay, you guys? Yes, sir. Okay, move out. They sure spoke there. I'm gonna grab this. And I'm gonna do one of these for funsies. King Arthur. No. UFO. I got a mag from Phantasy Star. Piggy bank. Mags are pretty cool. I don't think they were in the original. I think that's a unique one to this. These items. So it is nice now, after... I didn't need to do that Lost World, thing to continue this, but I said I would at a point after I decided I wasn't going to do a full Lost World HD redo. And that's just, you know, it has been a month of things not going as planned for streaming. More than a month. I'm going to switch sticks out, because I also have Amy. And Amy is canon. Oh. Alright, we have plenty of Indigo Asteroids, so I'll actually add one of those on. Then... we'll use this combination. We are at that point where it's like, you want to keep a bit of Eggman's base up ahead, let's lead the charge. You do want to keep at least a few red rings on hand so that you can extend your gameplay. And probably use your rings accordingly so that you can actually get those boosts and make sure your run continues. Because there's always going to be the factor that, like, the run being longer is better because you get more of a score of a distance bonus, with also the factor of you can maintain your combo more. This is a little more stutterier than it used to be. I think I can lighten the load a little bit. Just a bit. But that might be because I set it to performance, to not performance mode. Maybe I did set it to performance mode. I don't know which means what. From balance. And outside of streaming, that actually made it run more effectively. I'm actually not having issues where my inputs are being eaten, though. Which is especially good when I'm using a tablet like this. That is something to consider. Like, I haven't kept up with the IDW comics at all. I just hear things from the wayside. And so it's like, oh, that character's doing a thing now. Neat. Like, I only really, like... I guess I didn't even follow it then, it's just, it was really straightforward when it first started, and it was like, this is Forces, but what if it had a narrative? It makes sense that they bring back the Zeti, especially because the Zeti are going to be in... At least Zavok's going to be in the Burger-mobile. I don't know if I'm keeping... Actually, I'm probably not... I'm not keeping the 3D Blast part in from yesterday's stream, because I'm actually going to do a revenge. Another revenge! Revenge of 3D Blast Saturn! Featuring played on an actual Saturn, loading screens and all. I guess the thing is, I don't know if I want to also keep the Sonic R parts, or if I just want to make it be, Thank you. Lag actually destroyed me that time. This was not the best place to use this, but there's a method to my madness. My method didn't work. They all fell down the hole. Shadow! God damn it, Shadow. I'm not going to be able to change the option back to make it, like, be a little more effective. I think I know what I can do to help, actually. That probably will. Maybe not. You never know. Not so bad, though. I do need to add... I don't think I finished ranting about this at the beginning, but... the reason yesterday was even more of a stuffed nightmare, because I was explaining at the beginning how... I could have just used my Saturn, and things would have been a lot smoother than the garbage-ass broken Saturn emulation. Yeah, no, I did complain about this. There were more Sonic World missions, and Streamer Brain prevented me from being like, oh yeah, I need to actually beat the time for it to work, to do it. There's a time limit there set. If you go past that, because I couldn't find the blue points, you're not going to get it. And the codes that I was finding are part of another mission. There are 7 of those. I didn't find all 7. I didn't find how to get to all 7. Who knows? Maybe it's all for naught. I'll try to add those in the VOD, I guess, because, like, I'm not gonna redo everything. I guess I could. I guess I could wait to redo them on the stream using the stream where I have the Revenge of Saturn, right? I could just toss that in at the end. Do the last few. Damn, you lost your combo there, but we were good. We were good to go. We were again 1.2 million above where we needed to be, I think. I just kind of kept going. RC helicopter. We know where the RC stuff came from now, too. They channeled that into here via Lost World. Oh. Whoosh. Wah. Yeah. Crash. Yay. Thanks, Tails. The only actual dialogue there was thanks, Tails. Clunk clunk. This time it's egg pawns. Bosh. Bash. Planked blizzard. Hooray. Heh. Nice to get a little practice in before the main event, huh? Ha, no doubt. Now let's keep moving. Eggman. Those useless egg pawns couldn't catch me a single animal. Must I do everything myself? Sorry to break it to you, Doc, but you won't be catching any animals today. They're all gone, every last one of them. Sonic? I don't believe a word of it. You wouldn't tell me something like that unless it was part of some sort of fiendish plan. I'll teach you to lie to me. Well, you're not wrong. You're not incorrect. I'm gonna... Did I start making... This was my event team. I didn't make a team that was good for fighting. Probably do Shadow and Omega. That would be pretty good. I'll just maintain this for now. Let's keep that just in case. And a drill. Free hit's always nice. Give me my furry prey, would you? Grr. Alright, what's this? Bouncing. Alright. Bouncing's pretty good with speed. Oh, interesting. I didn't get rings for that free hit. Has it always been like that? It's been a minute. Butts. Butts, my rings. That was some beautiful lag. That was like full on, the game stopped for a moment, and despite jumping at the correct time, it decided, I don't know what to do. That was like, the game was actually affected by the phone lag type lag. What's the matter, Eggman? Out of breath? Enjoy your moment of glory while it lasts, Sonic. You'll live to regret this. Another chance. Come on, everyone, let's do this. Jeep! What in the world? Blink! Ow! Eek! Ow! The animals around here are feistier than I expected. I think I'd better beat a hasty... Oh, I think I'd better beat a hasty tactical retreat. That is a way of wording things. Very ineffective. Eggman, we won't be coming back to this village in a hurry. Hooray! Nice work, everyone. Even Eggman will think twice about messing with you guys now. I wouldn't have done it without you three. We couldn't have done it without you three. Thanks a million. Yay! I actually, like, straight up picked a fight with Eggman that time. It was sort of preemptive, though, like, you know, preventative. Because he was searching for them. Sonic the villain. The animals are suddenly scared of Sonic and won't come near him. What on earth is going on? Hold up, isn't that Omochao over there with those animals? Eek! Hey guys, what are you doing over there? Wah! Wah! It's him! The scoundrel's back! Quickly, everyone run away! They all ran away as soon as I saw you, Sonic. And did I hear them call you a scoundrel? What the heck is going on? This calls for an investigation. A Knuckles investigation. I guess no Knuckles involved. Omega involved. Hold on a second. Alright, we're at 1.7 million. So, like, I'll toss this at the end if I don't really have anything else I want to use. The spring is basically... If you get that in the roulette, you've lost the roulette. That's how ineffective it is. There are parts where it is useful, but it's not. Is it getting worse now that I closed Discord? Who knows? I'll have to look into that. I also know that if I stopped recording right now, it would be fine, but I don't think it's, like, that badly. This isn't like Sonic Unleashed, where it was, like, actually undoable unless I stopped recording. Which cleared it up entirely. Like, it's wild how much recording and streaming at the same time really does. If you want it to have the, like, quality that matters, and not just like, I might as well download it from Twitch afterwards. It is only a slight improvement of actual video quality, but it's a significant improvement of sound quality and manipulation. Yeah, speaking of which, I do have some more Sonic Unleashed I could stream, specifically. I want to test out a run idea. I think our next redo is Superstars. I don't think I have anything to, like, put that off from. Because we just did our Lost World HD difference comparison. We have done Unleashed. We've done so much Unleashed. It's still less time, and I went overboard with that. It's still less time than the first cam VOD, and it doesn't have even half of the issues. Please, I tried to do that, and it wouldn't. Save me. Ugh. My tablet's not being the most responsive. Maybe I should swap the keyboard. I need to build my combo back up. Full nonsense. It's hard when it doesn't, like, always respond to you. I feel like we did another redo recently that was unexpected, or am I just making stuff up? Was I thinking about how, like, I would approach if someone bought me Sonic Colors Ultimate? Part of me wants to put Sonic Forces on my Steam wish list, so that if someone buys it for me, I will do, or if it's like $0 on sale, like, perhaps, as well. There's always that potentiality. I would do an overclocked stream. But I also don't want anyone to buy me Sonic Forces. Like, I'm worried about putting it on there and it being the one case where someone's like, hey, what if I bought this for Veil when I have 144 other things that I want more? Most of them aren't. Half a chunk of them aren't out yet, though. I'm not seeing any animals around here. So where to now? Watch out. Is everyone okay? Yeah, apart from letting whoever or whatever that was get away. It came to attack us. There's no doubt about that. But what in the world was that? Well, it went that way, so let's go after it and find out. Wow, what could be so fast that they couldn't tell what it was? Hey, it's Flicky and Omochow. Let's see if they can tell us anything. Guys, there's something we need to ask you. Ah! Run, Flicky, run away, and don't look back. Hey, what's gotten into you? Beep. Huh? You're back to your old self, Sonic? Last time you were here, you were really mean to us. Wait, was that an imposter? Well, duh, I'd never be mean to you guys. Ever. And you can tell the other animals that, too. You need to catch that imposter, Sonic. And fast. That imposter Sonic? That's obviously Metal. We all know it's Metal. We ran into Metal during the spring event thing. How much do I need? 2,347,000. That is cake. I'll eat that cake. Metal showed up in the spring event. So probably the spring event takes place after this, which means it takes place after Lost World. That makes sense. Those sort of make me wonder. Am I thinking too hard about, where there is a cutoff point for where Lost World must happen? Is there a chance that this happened before Lost World? Like, the entirety of runners? Movement, baby! I didn't make quite much a note of it in Lost World, in this comparison video. I know I made a lot of stink about it during the 3DS one, but, like, there being slope physics at all, it's there. It's just, like, where you want it to be is never where you want it to be. I think the parts where I would most manipulate slope physics, I didn't get to actually show this off much, is during the grinding segments, the 2D grinding segments, and also the ice. Oh, the ice. Specifically 2D ice. So it's strange, the 2D segments in that are nerfed to hell and back, but they do, much like the 2D segments in the 3D version, have the slope physics. It's just, it doesn't matter if you're running, because Sonic is so goddamn slow that it doesn't matter. You can't make use of it. We're almost there. I got 2 drills. Okay. Once we bank this, we're in. Back to the old times. We just get to the 3rd part and we're done. No. I want smuggled. Great, we also did the Generations redo. It's just been quite a while now since we've done that, I feel. So we did a Generations redo, we did a Lost World redo, we did an Unleashed redo. So we also kinda recently did Dark Knight, Black Knight, so like Colors getting a redo is like the one weird thing missing. We are not redoing Forces, ever. There's no point. I'll do Overclocked, but we're not redoing it. It's also late enough in the game that it's fine. Late enough in the series. Then again, I redid Frontiers already. I'm redoing Superstars next. Scamper Script Frolic. La la la, I'm so carefree and happy, and everything's so peaceful and quiet and safe. Yawn, I think I'll lie down here and take a nap. Zip. Ha, they fell for it. Sonic, Knuckles, I drew out the imposter. Nice work, Tails, don't let him escape, you guys. Okay, just who are you? Why are you pretending to be me? Playing. It's Metal Sonic. Was he, like, in the shadow of a volcano or something? You're the one who's been pretending to be me and making life miserable for those animals. Bless, he got away. You can't let Metal get away with taking my face in vain. After him. That's my rep, man. That's all I got. Rep and massive speed. So 20 Sonic the Villain 2. Metal Sonic has been pretending to be the real Sonic and scaring away animals. After him. If Metal Sonic is involved, anyone must really mean business this time. Yeah, and we can't let our guard down if we're up against that guy. You say that again. Okay, after him. But be careful. What a fine time to review our history of Metal Sonic. And also how his relevance seems to be greatest in these side games. Like, you could genuinely call some of these side games, even though their canon can be very important. This might be the one exception. I'll do that. Because, like, the Dimps games matter. We can't let Metal Sonic get away with this. Come on. The Backbone games, which are rivals, matter. Otherwise, Silver doesn't exist in this timeline, and he does. Silver and Blaze are reoccurring characters. So those two, quote, side games, though what they really are is third-party games, matter. This is the only mobile game that has an actual narrative. To reiterate that, we established that already. It lasted roughly enough time for people to play through that narrative, and then it died. Despite all the events, and perhaps future events that we did not get. Ooh, it's June. That means Sonic's birthday event's gonna be next. That's June 20th, 21st, 20-something. Okay, close enough. I think it was 21st, and that's why I conflated 11th. Though, again, stores in California had early releases of Sonic 1, June 11th. And it slowly showed its face across the country since then. Is that correct? Was it California? Was it Japan? Yes. Was it a global release? I can't remember. Maybe I'm talking out my ass right now. I know I looked up for sure that there were copies of Sonic 1 being sold as early as June or anything. I don't remember where. But I do know Sega, for the most part, worked both in Japan and California for Sega's lifetime. Sonic Team was a collaborative effort between two. Not like how, like, you know, there's Pokemon Day, and that's very distinctly when Red and Green came out, and that's like, hey, that's like 2 years before we got Red and Blue. The release windows for Red, Blue, Yellow, Gold, and Silver was actually fairly tight in America. But Sonic games, you get to like 3D Blast nonsense. Very, traditionally very similar between the two countries. And Europe even sometimes got it first, I think, for some of the handheld ones. Sometimes they got it last, which I think is often typical, unless it was developed in Europe by like a French team. Usually French, right? France had like the domination of PC games before the great video game crash of the 80s. Especially, yeah. I mean, Atari's French, right? I remember that right? There's some notable French company other than Ubisoft that like goes way back that made its way through. Might not be Atari. Are we on these? Almost there. Almost there. We need 8,500. Damn. The thing Omega's still here. I was just about to use this. Not the best place to use for that, but we are good now. I could die. Hey, it's Pecky. I'll go have a word with him. Hey, Pecky. Work! I'm down, Pecky. This is the real Sonic. I'm the real Tails. I guess Metal Sonic has been stirring up trouble here, too. Mark? We need to put a stop to Metal ASAP. If you know which way he went, you have to tell us. That way? Huh. Thanks, Pecky. Come on, guys. Let's go after him. I was thinking of something just now. I think I lost it already. Hey, it's Omo-Chow. Oh, Tails. Now just check. Is that the real Sonic, right? You bet it is. Now listen. You must have seen Metal Sonic come this way, right? Quickly, you need to tell us which way he went. Eggman has a base over that way. That must be where the metal monstrosity ran off to. Alright, let's get moving. What if Tails doll was around? Metal Sonic is doing a fine job. Sonic won't be getting in my way anymore once his reputation is ruined. Mwahaha. You just don't quit, do you, Eggrath? Metal Sonic's been putting my rep at risk, and nobody gets away with that. Payback time. Well, look who it is, the real McCoy. Come to make a nuisance of himself again. Well, this is the end of the road for you, you Blue Menace. Yeah. You tell him. This is a battle. Safety. Ooh, we got some silent lasers. Oh yeah. We'll keep this going. What if it was Tails doll? Tails doll has not been in, like, anything but Sonic R, so who knows if it exists. Your stock is plummeting, Sonic. I remember that being a meme. We got the bouncer? The bouncer! Ooh. Make sure I get that. This is definitely one of the easier ones. We'll switch to Omega at the end. As a treat. I didn't talk about Metal Sonic at all. I went on a different tangent entirely. About games. And then I think I just stopped talking. I don't remember. Time to shut down that machine of you used to control Metal Sonic, Eggman. Ah! Ew. Wahaha. Excellent work, Metal Sonic. With you around this pesky hedgehog will trouble me no more. Let's get while the going's good. Let's get going while the going gets good? Wait, come back here. We got sloppy, Sonic. Things are a whole lot trickier now that we have Metal Sonic to deal with. How about we head back and discuss what to do next? Good idea. We need to regroup and rethink our strategy. You gotta wonder, like, why isn't metal always being used? Fliggy gets flustered. Fliggy can't find his little brother. Comes to ask Sonic for help. Can the gang help him out? Deep in the forest. Beep. He's not here either. Guess we have to try looking further in. Hey there, Flicky. Hey, Omochao. What are you guys up doing all the way out here? Keep. Flicky's little brother didn't come home last night, Sonic. No one knows where he is. That's not good. You better do something. You better we bet you bet we had. Don't worry, Flicky. We'll take over the search from here. Okay. Yeah, you two head home where it's safe and leave the rest to us. Keep. Thanks, guys. We sure hope you find him soon. That whole weird use of past tense, like, really messed with me. And I understand it was direct reference to what Sonic was saying, but, Hold on. One. Shadow. Actually a very powerful, buddy combination here. You have to find Flicky's brother, Sonic. Wow. Oh, so I was talking about side games for a second, because I wanted to talk about Metal Sonic, what he's been up to. And now it's not relevant. Metal's gone. He's never coming back. That's not true. He's, like, very significant part of the main plot once we get there. Actually, this game very much sets the status quo for Sonic's whole attitude with Sonic. Metal's whole attitude with Sonic. Ah, one more. Shadow. So before this, yeah, it's weird when, like, Eggman suddenly decides time to use Metal. Like, what was Metal doing before then? Was he, like, off doing errands? Was he, like, doing laundry? Grocery shopping? Game before this, technically before this now, is Lost World. Metal makes no appearance in that. Before that is Generations. In both versions of Generations, there is a version of Metal. For Sonic's side, it was calling back the CD Metal before he lost his voice box. And on Shadow's side, also before he lost his voice box, it was Heroes Metal. It was Metal Overlord form. Metal Madness, Metal Overlord. I don't know which one. I didn't pay attention. I think it's Metal Overlord. Before that is Colors. He was added to the Ultimate version as side races. I don't know if there's any, like, so, like, I feel like that has something to do with Game Land, right? I don't know if it's, like, specifically... Wow. Shadow has a long laser. I don't know if it, like, replaces the two-player factor and makes it so that the Chaos Emerald collection is a metal off. Ugh, I missed. Ooh. I'm scared. Not handling the missiles very well. I know he was in the animation, and that's where Orbot was calling him Big Bro. And there was a whole thing with the Jade Ghost Wisp. Jade Ghost functioned like a Boo in Team Sonic Racing, right? Yeah. Steals items, makes you invisible. It's really hard to not copy Mario Kart these days when you make a party racing game, huh? still surprises me. Alright, before Colors, he had no appearance in Unleashed. Damn. Maybe I shouldn't have used those red rings, because we're at that point where it's like... Oh, I have rings. Never mind. We're not at the instant death part. I don't know what happened there. Maybe we are at the... Good lord. Instant death part, but now I have some rings. No, I don't. I guess that would have been a part where that's useful. We're almost there. We're almost there, right? 3500 combo. I could have just gotten that red ring. I didn't even try. I think we're good. I don't remember if there was like another 800 to it. Maybe I'll just try and push this. Alright, we're good. Wasn't in Unleashed. Before that was Riders, Zero Gravity, which didn't... I mean, I think he was playable. No, I don't think he was playable. I think I'm thinking the mod version of Riders DX. Why did you bounce? You're supposed to roll, buddy. I almost got 1 million. I should have pushed, or 10 million. I should have pushed it. Just for the record. He was in Rivals 2 and Rivals 1. He was an important part of those two because he was revived for the first time since Heroes in Rivals 1. And that's how he kept communication with Shadow in Rivals 2. Dum-de-dum. It's Cubot. Hey, what brings you out to this neck of the wood, Bolt Brain? Oh, hey, Sonic. The boss is building a new base, so he told me to go get him some animals. We got 4 little birdies yesterday, but nothing today. Wait, little birds? Do you mean little birds like Flicky's brother? You're in for a whooping of your life, Cubot. Me? But what did I do? Tails, Knuckles, there's no time to waste. We need to go find the base. And you're going to tell us where it is, Cubot. Alright. It's to the west. Okay, let's go, guys. What if Cubot lied? I don't think he's smart enough to lie. Oh no, we're not enough. We needed 1 million. 10 million. Clunk, clank, blam. Clank blows. There's egg ponds around, that means there's a base nearby. Yeah, I guess Cubot wasn't lying. I should have pushed it. I pushed it the whole time, and we didn't get there. Damn. We need so little. Okay. So... yeah, with that, I had noted that there's no medal between Rivals and Heroes, so that's a thing. Before that, multiplayer in SA2 doesn't count. Training protocol after being restored in Adventure kinda counts, because there's a little bit of continuity in his stages compared to Sonic and stuff. But what was he being restored from? The stuff he went through in Sonic 4, which could also include Sonic the Fighter, depending on how you look at it. And what was he before that? Well, he needed to be restored in that too, from this. Damn, this guy don't get a break. Sonic CD. Also, he was in Pinball Party. That's actually between Heroes and Adventure. Or, I guess, since Adventure kind of doesn't matter, between Heroes and Sonic 4. Then... you can place everything else that he appears in that might be canon. Including, you know, maybe you can just put fighters here, but that would be kind of weird. Because why would the Death Egg 2 not be related to the Death Egg Mark II? Oh, you can put that between Triple Trouble 16-bit and CD. Like Sonic Art, like we were playing before. It has emeralds that aren't canon. Which, you know, Frodo's also just doesn't have emeralds that are canon. I think I noted this when I played it. It has 8 emeralds, and that's excluding the Master Emerald. Which I think makes an appearance, maybe? I don't remember. They're all miscolored too, because they're colored after the characters. Did I ever thoroughly talk about my narrative idea for Sonic 4 the Fighters? How to make the 3rd episode for Sonic 4 Sonic the Fighters? And how I had the idea for Sonic to distribute the Chaos Emeralds to his friends. I didn't need to play as long as I did. I just got kinda lost in the sauce. So maybe it is better for me to split them, if this is gonna be how that happens. Instead of push it, if things don't work out too well. I do just, like, get a good 3 million easily. Keep! Hush now, my pretty. There's no need to be scared. Once you're an energy source for my robot, you won't feel any fear, or anything else for that matter. Cheep cheep. Ooh ha ha. Very well, scream if you must. No one's coming to rescue you, no matter how much noise you make. You sure about that, Eggman? You can always count on us to turn up when there's injustice going on. Look over those birds. Let those birds go, Eggman. Beep. Can't I get a moment's peace from your meddling, you filthy rodent? You're going to regret this coming after me at this time. You can assure that. I can assure you. Eat this. Eat this. Get a load of this. Eat a load of this. I think I'm losing it, guys. That's a thing to note. I think that's the only time it's explicitly said, and, like, so it's no surprise things like Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog are going to take a little more of a cartoony stance when they decide the entire train is a badnik, and, like, put the Flicky on a wheel, and have it be constantly running like a hamster generating power. But you lose consciousness once you're in a badnik. You are being siphoned. So you are put into a stasis that does not need support. Which also, like... So, like, this is an idea that has come up before. What if you could make a minimal pilot a badnik that's been defeated? Like, make that the sequel to, Flicky. The game Flicky that Sonic 3D Blast was based on. You're a Flicky that has, like, I don't know, like, Tails has made a device that allows you to take over badniks that would otherwise be power sourced by a Flicky. Now you are piloting it. I can't remember who came up with that idea. I would love to credit them. I don't remember what discussion that was. I feel like it was in one of Off Maple's streams. I don't know if it was Maple. Here's Flicky's brother. Cheep cheep! You lose again, Eggman. Let's put this base out of action, and give the local animals some peace. Defeated again? Blast it all. I'll get you next time, Sonic. Okay guys, you start smashing this base to pieces. Cheep! What's that, little guy? You wanna go home without us? Your brother was pretty worried about you. Well, alright. But you run straight home, okay? Go put your big bro's mind at ease. Mustard gets Flicky. You're kinda powering through these. Wisps from on high. Mysterious creatures are getting the animals agitated. The gang thinks they're wisps. Then go look for proof. Ah! Whoa, calm down, guys. What's got you so worked up? Let me ask them what's going on. I see. They just saw a whole bunch of weird floating creatures. All kinds of crazy colors. White, yellow, light blue, even indigo. That sounds a lot like... light blue? Did you just call light blue cyan? Cyan light blue again? In front of me? Little Mr. Somochow, who your side parts are cyan? Pale cyan? On your cerulean base bot. Okay. Listen, everyone. I'm sure those guys won't hurt you, but maybe we should go talk to them first. Tails, Knuckles, let's go check it out. What if they're not wisps in the conventional sense? What if there is a hyper-go-on plot going on here, and they're mega wisps? Rouge. I got rid of Rouge. I want to go below 10. Below 10? I'll go below 10, for a reason. Nope, I want to do it the other way. There we go. Seems there are wisps around here. Let's go find them. Oh yeah, I forgot about, like, Knuckles Chaotix is worth mentioning. Because that's, like... if we don't include Triple Trouble 16-bit, it's that. It's every time between Chaotix and CD. Yeah. Anyway, Metal's back, and, like, important in this. And Minimals aren't aware of what's going on when they're in... I think, you know, like, that's always been implied, though, right? Specifically when we look back at Gamma, like, Gamma's able to tap into that, but it's not like there's an active, conscious animal within him. He isn't directly the bird, but between being treated kindly by those around him, or in Beta's case, being mistreated by those around him, particularly Eggman, it is enough to stir up the connection to the animal, know what they need to do. And, you know, this came up in Vivo Maker game before, because she was not aware that there was a return to animals at any point, since she sort of fell off of Sonic after, like, Heroes. And that is the first time that Eggman, for a long time, that Eggman's just like, I'm trying things other than animals. At least in the... yeah, no, that's... yeah. Because Battle doesn't come until after Heroes. And Advance 2 as well, which there's some capturing of animals for a minigame. I didn't time it right. I was gonna go through that. This is the worst time I could use that. She has a long magnet though, huh? I didn't check, so we need a 10 million for this to be in one go, huh? So I guess, I think this... ooh, nice. I think the safest way I could approach this is try to go for a 6 million. 2 6 millions. Ugh. Combo. Not my combo. Always hard to tell how much I kept. My flight. Because returning to using animals is so super new in fact, this is the return to it overall. And I think I remember my justification being for that is inspiration from the situation with Generations. So he started again here for runners and into Lost World. For the layperson, Lost World being when it happened, unless they just didn't play Lost World, which is very reasonable. But they know about horses, right? And does Forces use animals? No. In fact, it doesn't even use real robots. It uses Ruby-developed copies of robots. They're extremely basic and have no personality. It's part of why it's so boring. Because it completely contrasts what Mania does with it. Whoa, look over there! A white wisp! Ask him if he's the only one around here, will you, Tails? Oh goodness, this is bad, Sonic. It seems the other wisps have all been abducted by Eggman and Metal Sonic. Eggman's been here. Metal Sonic, too? There's no time to waste, guys. We need to track down Eggman. Track Eggman down ASAP. Sappy. Yeah, more than halfway there. That works. I'm down with it. Sick with it. Yeah. So I guess, like, if you're, like, ignoring Lost World, and, like after you've done Generations, right? Before that, it was the Wisps that were empowered, and before that, it was Dark Gaia Energy, and before that, it was still some variation of experimental Chaos Drive technology. Sorta. They don't really go into it in 06 because, like, it doesn't... like, previous games don't freaking matter in that game. The reboot. It does not care, so it doesn't care if it goes by continuity or not. So, there's sort of that essence in Shadow. It's not, like, really specific. But I guess it's also assumed it's like... I think it's mentioned narratively, but not, like... There's no level up system like in... or energy gain built system like in Heroes and 06, and Unleashed does that too, and it's based on Gaia energy. Oh yeah, these are Gaia orbs, right? Chaos orbs that we're collecting here? They brought them back for this? I wonder what the different colors mean, because they were yellow. There's no yellow in this. It's kind of like, God, it feels so similar to something we'll see in Zelda. Force gems, which are like not Triforce in the way that Gaia crystals are not Chaos Emerald. But also, like, it's we already established the rings are a byproduct of the Chaos Emerald's power, right? Like, that's where they're coming from. So these Chaos Orbs are more specifically like, there's some light Gaia nonsense going on here. Or dark Gaia. There's a Gaia nonsense happening here. That is interesting to think about it though, because like, I mean, I guess you wouldn't pay too much attention to it. You didn't play Shadow. But no, like, it's very specifically Eggman's bouncing between energy sources until Lost World, when he returns to the gold standard of Eggman badness, which is animals. Miniature animals of the minimal variety. Minimal amount of energy. Brilliant! Look at that increase. Damn, you really got a big boost there, huh? Alright, I think we're mostly set. I think our lives easy. I probably should have got that combo first. Alright, yeah. Bank this and we're good. Because Forces also didn't have Eggman robots at all. Aside from Cubot and Orlot. No, I didn't even have Cubot and Orlot. They were just mentioned. I don't know what I'm thinking. I'm thinking Forces actually had those two, and I'm just like... did not remember them being relevant at all. No, Sage is the only one in Frontiers that is Eggman created. Everything else is Cyber System. Which, in a way, is related to Chaos Power on its own. Like, that's how the Cyber System works, right? Like, we've been through this the rest of the series. Subspace is the inherent version of cyberspace that Chaos Emeralds create, and we've been able to enter cyberspace using a very similar power. In various games. It's not just that. I think that's why I thought it might have relation to those. Watch out, Sonic! It's Buzz Bomber! Fresh! Hiya! Thanks, Tails. We can't let those robots slow us down. Let's keep going. Okay, so that was like 2 million more than I needed. Wahaha! What a fine haul of wisps! Today will be my lucky day. Now let's head back to base. Is something the matter, Metal? Ah, there's a sneaky little rodent hiding around here, is there? Very well. Come out, wherever you are. Yes. Aw, shucks, you found us. Well, I guess then we'll just have to take you down and free those wisps. Yeah, we won't let you get away with this. I think I'll leave these minor irritations to you, Metal Sonic. Enjoy yourself. See you back at base. Wait, Eggman, get back here! Looks like we'll have to deal with Metal Sonic before we can do anything else. Lock and load, guys. But there isn't a Metal Sonic boss. Maybe there should have been. Except you can unlock the Metal. Hey guys, you want to go unlock Metal? Eggman is taking the Wisp back to his base. Will Sonic catch up with him and free the other creatures? Ooh, Metal sure isn't making this easy for us. There's only one thing to do for it, Knuckles. You guys, Sonic. Kerblam. Kerpow. Combo. You guys are doubling up on him? How you like them apples? I don't. Hey, he's getting away! Looks like we got him back off our... Ugh, we got him to back off for a while. Time to head to Eggman's base. I'm losing it. Let me do one of these real quick. No, but like... You guys wanna unlock Mel? It's only 200. Buddy. Level that boy. I can play his Metal. I'm not gonna right now because he's speed. We're in a flying area. I always get them up to level 10. Keep this. Shut up. Well, it started so late. Even though it's 5:30 now, there's definitely like 2 more runs worth of this in me. Has it really? Oh, that's the thing. I'm doing more than I'm doing for the full 3 hours of stream instead of up to an hour. I'm mistaken. Okay, so this is an extra long episode of Runners, and I just did a weird little caveat there for no reason. It's fine. I'll call this episode Long Train Running. The reference everyone will love. Okay, Rouge. Alright, so what was I talking about? Power sources? Was I still talking about power sources? Was I still talking about Metal Sonic? Because we're back at where Eggman is collecting this. You know, because, like, I limit my runners to an hour because how entertaining can this be, but, like, I'm sure as fuck am entertaining. I could keep going like this. I could do this for 3 hours if I really wanted to. Maybe, I don't know. That's not gonna be sustainable for the, endgame. Unless I do what that person did, and, like, really level up my shit. Like, I focus fire on certain characters, and get myself up there. The rate we're going, though, I don't know. Like, I don't think... It would be funny if the Master Emerald plot is interrupted by the beach episode. But I don't think the final plot will. I think it's more we'll have, like... We'll have a Halloween and Christmas type event to work with afterwards. I don't know all of the events that they're gonna do. I think there's only, like, 6 official ones. I don't know how many of the original ones for Revival have that. This is like... I should have done that before I got hurt. Because it is now the worst. It is now the worst scenario. What the hell was that? Why did I just phase through it? Let's push this one at least a little bit. The key about the revival part there is that it, at the very least, gives you a little bit of a boost to your combo, because you're gonna get a Wisp power. It's normally not real, sometimes it's... And if it gets you all the way to an Eggman, you've got a lot of rings you can cash in immediately. So it sort of brings you back on track. Honestly, when you think about it though, Runners has it all in terms of references. We're not even at the most, like, silly little side tangent yet. It looked like I just warped into that thing. Like I had no choice. Yeah, we're at a 6 million. Like, in terms of more modern mechanics too, like you got wisps, you got animals, you got more characters than you will see since Rivals and, like, Advance 3. Like, when was the last time you had these? It's in racing games, and this is more than in racing games. Hey look, it's Pecky and Omochao. Either you know where Eggman's base is? Quark! Quark! Pecky isn't sure. And I'm afraid I don't know either. Sorry, guys. Well, we know which way we went. You went. Guess it's better to keep that going that way. Oh. Got all that stuff. Got shenanigans. Got Metal Sonic in the plot. Got treasure hunting. Knuckles is treasure hunting. Knuckles also is protecting the Master Emerald, except he's not doing a good job at it. We got a Chaos Emerald Drain plot. You got Orbot and Cubot? Of course you do. You know what happened to them. They were with Shadow and his generations. And they made a cuckoo clock spaceship to get out of white space. It definitely worked. I believe it worked. Why wouldn't a time ship have a cuckoo clock? A clicky clock? A cookie clock? A cuckoo's a type of brood parasite bird that takes over a nest. That's why the Cuckoo Empire is named after that. Remember the Cuckoo Empire? When are we gonna reference them again? Put Speedy in Cross Worlds. Have him be, holy shit, Jet Speedy rival? Hello? Is anybody listening to this? This thing on? I'm out here being like, there's potential between Shadow and Jet if Shadow's not just being like an edgy punk teen in Free Riders. Nah, dude. Speedy's literally another green bird obsessed with being fast. Like, put Bean in there for good record. Just like, what is with the green birds in this scene? Nah, dude. Bring Speedy back. Jesus. Oh, bye, Rouge. Oh, please. Slowly descends. That's fine. Bad timing, but that's fine. I missed. Partially due to lag. Only partially lag. The other part was my fault. Drill! Oh, bastard. This isn't fun. I don't know, I'm just not as good at flying, because there's so much, like, variability to the movement. Flying, speed has some versatility, but it's like, power's super concise without being linear. Does that make sense? In a freaking auto-scroller? What I'm trying to convey makes sense. There's another word here for it, probably. Ah, but I'll make sure this is running well next time. There's a very, like, particular way you can just, like, be between all the springs and make sure you hit Eggman with that, but it's, like, really hard to do when it's functioning like this. Well, okay, I think we're good. I think we're solid. Yeah. We're more than solid. We're liquid. So the timing is then perfect. In terms of a normal stream length. Not so much in terms of this being an extra long runners. What are you three doing? Wink wink. Hey there, Omocho. Did you ask Picky if he knows where Eggman's base is? Wink wink. He says that he knows. He says that you just need to keep going straight down this way. Thanks, Picky. You're a pal. Come on, guys. Let's head for the base. Oh, I can't wait for the Picky plot in the Master Emerald plot. My Wisp refinement program is nearly complete, and once I harness their power, my conquest of this area will be a mere formality. Wahaha. Let those Wisps go, Eggman. Sonic? But what happened to Metal Sonic? Ah, he didn't stand a chance against the world's greatest double act. Metal Sonic let me down? Useless. Utterly useless. Alright. Then I suppose I shall have to deal with you myself, yet again. Eggman's funny. Like, he constantly fails against these guys, but he's such a frickin' megalomaniac that he can't, like... He's allowed to fail. I won't let those Wisps go. I simply cannot. But if someone else doesn't do better of a job than he does, I guess, even. Not as bad as a job. They're useless. I missed. I forget what it worked. Stop making me uncomfortable with all that. Many. Oh. Oh, I don't like it. There we go. Some of them are bouncing high enough that you can go under them. It wasn't that one time, and I got anxious about it. No. You can also, if you jump like really precisely on it before a low bouncing one like that. Okay. Always in danger. If you jump right before a low bouncing one, though, you can sometimes get it instead of jumping over it. There's a lot of red rings in that battle. What is going on? You got a special egg. Oh man. I just realized I like only speedrun Sonic games and little guy games. So when am I using the summer outfit if I do the summer speedrun? How can this keep happening to me? It's a shame to see the Wisp go. But if you want them that badly, knock yourselves out. You don't scare us, Eggman. You're nothing compared to Metal Sonic. We'll be back for you. Don't you worry. Okay, guys, let's let these Wisps free. These Wisps are really grateful, Sonic. And they want to join us on our adventure. Awesome. We'll have even less to fear with the Wisps along for the ride. Tell them they're welcome aboard. Okay, I need to stop talking. It would have been a twist if they were Void Wisps. Showdown with Eggman's Air Force. Dr. Eggman's Air Force was preventing Flicky from taking to the skies. Find Dr. Eggman's airbase. Cheep, 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 cheep. Thank goodness you're here. Thank goodness you're here. We need your help. Hey Flicky, hey Omar Chow, what's the matter? Tweet tweet. Eggman's flying robots have been all over this area lately. Flicky can't fly until the skies are safe. Man, Eggman again? Will that guy never learn? You know, there's flying robots that have be based somewhere. Alright, let's go find out. Find out where. Okay. That's enough Sonic runners for now.